So welcome to our November Crystal Wellbeing Meditation. Don't know if you noticed I had new tings. I bought those yesterday, so it's a slightly different sound. So we are going to be doing our crystal meditation. I'll introduce our crystal a little bit further in. But for now, I'm going to get some messages from my crystal therapy cards just to start with. So if you need to grab anything, do it now. If you need a notepad and pen, if you need a blanket, if you need a drink, anything like that, go and get it now. Whilst I'm shuffling these cards. You don't need to have any crystals with you for this. And that's because we tap into the energy of the crystal rather than needing the physical one. So time and space is just an illusion. We can tap into the energy of anything that we want to, whenever we want. So I'm going to be tapping into the energy of our crystal with our meditation, and you'll be able to access it like that too. Okay. Oh, interesting. That one came up upside down. And I don't have my cards upside down for this. Actually taken 4. The first one, the one that came out upside down, was carnelian support. Yeah, I've still got shine from the screen. That's a bit better. So carnelian support, that came out upside down, like this one. And we had obsidian. We had spirit quartz. It's taking its time to focus this one. You get the message anyway. And the last one was blue lace agate. So it's a really interesting mix of energies, and it actually makes sense to me, which I'll explain in a minute. So we've got like the fire energy, the earth energy, we've got this storm energy, and then the water. So all the elements are combined there. We are actually in the eclipse portal now. So we had an eclipse on the 20th of November, I think it was, and we're set to have a new moon eclipse on Saturday. So it's like a convergence or a birthing canal. All the opportunities and possibilities are within that portal, the eclipse portal, and then on the other side of it is when we start to see the new stuff coming to fruition. And so when you go into the portal, before it starts, all the healing work that you've done can be integrated whilst you're going through this portal, and it helps to shift you onto the right timeline. That's the way that I've been shown it. So we're at this convergence point, you know, like where railway tracks converge with each other and you can choose which direction you want to go. That's kind of where we're going. For a lot of the time, when we're choosing, I don't mean we're choosing like logically or in the physical. Very often it's something that our soul has chosen for us based on the healing that we've done. But as we get through that process more and more, as we've done more and more healing, then the manifestation and the changes that we want to make can become more conscious. And so that's why we've got all of these different elements here. We've got all the different elements in this portal at our disposal. And we're just kind of waiting and seeing what's going to come on the other side of it, which is really interesting. So I wonder if there's anything else that I need to say. What's interesting is that we've got this kind of odd card here. All the other are quartz family, whereas this obsidian is different. It's volcanic glass. And this type of obsidian is actually really good for cutting cords. So perhaps there's some cords that you need to cut before you can come out the other side of this portal, ready for your new life or new chapter. Because the 777 that we have there, 777 for all the other cards, the sevens are all about something that's heaven sent or destined. And so perhaps there's one thing that needs to be cut out in order to be able to reach that 777, the lucky 7 outcome, shall we say. So hopefully some of that resonated for you. Okay. So our crystal this evening is this one. You can see these a lot better, or I can see these a lot better anyway than when I was on my old laptop. Hopefully the sound and everything's better, but can you see the crystal? Hopefully you can tell at least what color it is, which was difficult with the other setup. It's not focusing brilliantly on it. Anybody recognize the crystal? Mary's got a question in there. Maybe I think you should have a see what comes out of the meditation this evening. I'm not really taking questions like that on this event, but you might get something that comes through in the meditation like that. Yes, Shelley, it's a blue one. So this is my sodalite. You can see the bits of white in there as well. Hopefully the veins of the white. So sodalite is the one that we're going to be working with this evening. So with it being blue, it resonates with the throat chakra. It's all about truth. It's about expression. And expression isn't just about speaking. It can be about, you know, communication works in two directions. You listen and you speak. And then communication can also be expressed in different ways. It can be expressed through artwork, through gestures, through body language, and in general, the way that you live your life. So perhaps there's elements of your life which need to be shared. And that was that card, the one that needs, you know, where cords need to be cut. Perhaps there's something in your life that needs to be shared that isn't in alignment with your truth anymore, so that you can make space in your life for things that really are in alignment and the things that you really do want and the things that will bring you more happiness. So it could be people, but it could be easily situations, circumstances, jobs, locations, all of that kind of stuff that needs to be shared in order to make space in your life for the new to come in. And it is really important to make that space, because nothing new can come in if your glass is already full. And what tends to happen is, if your life is full up with the wrong things, then you might only have a few of those things, but they take up a lot of space and energy and time, and they're a big drain on you. But when you cut yourself free of even just one of those, it frees up time, space, and energy for 4 or 5 or even 6 new things to enter, because they'll be more in alignment with you. There'll be a higher vibration. So you've got more space, more bandwidth for more new things to come in, and things which also, they're reciprocal. They give you as much as you give them. Whereas if they're not in alignment with you, then they end up taking a lot from you and you get very little back in return. So just have a think about where you may need to let go of things to make some space, to free up some bandwidth. And that's what we're going to be probably looking at in our meditation perhaps this evening with our sodalite. So And that's why I recommend that you have your notepad there when you are on the meditation, so that once you've had your meditation and you've come around, you can write it down really quickly, because if we don't, things like that tend to evaporate out of our mind really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to stop my video whilst we do our meditation. I think everybody's been before. If you haven't been before, just in case there's somebody listening on the recording, if you haven't been before, my meditation is really visual. So try to follow the story that I paint in your mind's eye as best as you can. And if you struggle with that, then just do your best to follow as much as you can. And try to keep an open mind to whatever pops up in your imagination, because I don't believe that it is imagination. It's our intuition giving us messages. So those messages might come in the form of colors, words, people, emotions. You might get shown videos. You might hear conversations. Just trust whatever it is that you receive, and those impressions that you receive are the things that you need to pay attention to and write down when you come around, because usually there's something really useful in that information, as well as the healing that we get whilst we're connecting with our crystals too. So I will switch off my video so that it doesn't distract you. And you can get yourself really comfy wherever you are. I do always recommend that you sit up so that you remember as much as possible consciously. But you can do whatever feels right for you. And then when you're ready, when you're comfy, you might notice the more that you settle in, the more that you need to shuffle around and readjust your arms and your legs. And you can do that as many times as you need. So make sure that you are really comfy. And then once you've rearranged enough and you're happy with the way that you're sitting, or maybe you are lying down, you can gently close your eyes. And then the more that you relax, you may find that you become a little heavier wherever you're sitting or lying, as your body begins to let go. And there's no need for you to hold on to any tension. And so just let your body become heavier so that you can relax more deeply and get into the meditation a little further and pick up more information, more impressions, and receive a little more healing by allowing yourself to relax even further. Becoming aware of your breathing now. And if it helps, if you feel drawn to do so, you may feel that you want to put your hands on your chest, on your lungs, on your heart, just to get a better connection there. To make that connection with yourself. Because when we're meditating like this, the aim is always to go within, to connect with ourselves and connect with our senses and our intuition even more strongly, so that we get all the answers that we need. And it is within ourselves that we make those connections with the different realms, the angelic realms, for example, and make the connection with all of those different spiritual realms. by going deeper and further within ourselves. So as you connect with your body, with your breathing, and with your heart, you may notice that your breathing starts to even out. It may become deeper and more relaxed, perhaps even more comfortable, as your body relaxes more and more. And as you relax in your chest more and more, you may notice other parts of your body are still holding on to some tension, particularly in your lower belly. We tend to clench our bellies throughout the day when we're stressed, and it can upset our breathing. It can really constrict our breathing. So if you notice this, just bring your awareness to the tension in your belly and use your intention to relax that as much as you can. And you may notice that you can expand your breathing even further, breathing a little deeper and freeing up that airflow a little more so that your breathing is more effective. So as you breathe more deeply and relax a little further, you may notice your arms and legs need to be stretched out a little. Or maybe you need to wiggle them into a position which is more comfy for you as you relax more and your body lengthens. Make the adjustments that you need to make sure that you are really comfy. And bring that relaxation right down to the tips of your toes. And wiggle your toes to relax them if you need. And do the same right down the length of your arms to the tips of your fingers. And wiggle those or clench them if you need to relax all the way through your limbs. And if you need to, you can do the same right up to the crown of your head. And if you need to turn or wiggle your neck to stretch, do that now to relax yourself as much as possible. And as we relax our bodies, we also remove the distractions that our body can give to us, which allows us to turn our focus even more closely inwards. And so we bring our awareness now into our third eye, into our forehead, inside our body, connecting with ourselves within. And that third eye chakra, where we are able to connect with our intuition really strongly. Our mind's eye can help guide us with this too. And so bring your awareness into the blackness inside your mind, inside your head. And in your mind's eye, I'd like you to visualize the crystal that I held up to the screen earlier, that blue soda-like crystal. So bring that crystal into your mind's eye now. And as you remember this crystal, you connect to its energy. Your intention is to connect with the energy of the soda-like crystal. And as you watch and as you connect, the soda light begins to activate. It knows exactly what it needs to do. And it starts to emit its pure crystalline energy. And you may see this as a glow around the crystal. Just trust what it is you see as you connect and tune into this soda-like crystal. And so you may see or feel or hear the energy of the soda-like crystal expanding now as you connect with your intuition. And the soda-like energy grows and grows. It spreads out and it reaches out further and further. Until the soda light energy is no longer contained within your mind's eye. It's no longer contained in your intuition, inside your head. It expands wider than your head now, taller and wider, as this energy glows and it grows around and within you. It expands around your head and it continues to grow out into your aura through all the different layers until it fully encompasses the aura around your head. Your entire energy field is surrounded by soda-like crystal energy now. And you may experience some popping sensations in your ears or nose. Maybe feel vibrations or tingling, pressure in your third eye. Just because the energy has shifted and the pressure changes with that. And so you will acclimatize. So just allow yourself to get used to the soda light energy. And you may feel the soda light energy begin to shift energy as it clears and unblocks, bringing you some crystal healing energy in your physical head and the energy around it. The energy knows exactly what to do. So just trust and allow. And this soda light energy begins to grow even further now. It begins to grow downwards, past your throat, covering your whole energy field as it grows down over your chest, back and front, filling your body and your energy field, growing all around you, making sure it encompasses your arms, your hands and your fingers too. You may feel the pressure changing again as this energy shifts down over your lower torso, over your belly, filling filling your body and your energy field. And it continues to grow down past your legs, down past your knees, down towards your ankles. You may need to wiggle your feet or your legs now, just to accommodate the change in energy. As the solar light passes over your feet, encompassing your entire physical body and your entire energy field now too. And so just let this energy settle around you and within you. And this solar light energy will be working to heal anything that needs to be healed for you, whether in your energy field or within your physical body. And so just allow yourself to relax in that energy for a few more moments. Notice how differently you may feel. Perhaps your body feels different. Perhaps you may notice a difference in your mind or your emotions instead, or as well as. And so now we'll just continue to let this solar light energy work as much as it needs to. But it's also going to support us for the next part of the meditation. So hopefully you are comfy and you're ready for the next part. And so we bring your awareness to your throat chakra now. And perhaps you may notice some strange swallowing sensations as you do this. You may even get a tickle and need to cough, and that's okay. We're going to call that solar light energy in to the throat chakra to work a little more intensely. So you may feel the energy being stirred up in your throat chakra. And physically, our ears, nose, and throat are all connected. And so as we work on this throat chakra, you may well feel or experience sensations or some kind of reaction in your ears, nose, throat, or perhaps even your sinuses, as this solar light energy works more intensely in your throat chakra now. And the solar light clears through your throat, balancing off the energy and balancing off your communication. It clears away any preconceived ideas that you may have, which may have clouded your communication in the past, or perhaps even as recently as today. And so this energy is cleared so that past experience no longer affects your communication, and you hear what the other person is really trying to say, rather than reacting to an old energy imprint. You're able to hear clearly. And as this energy clears in your throat chakra, it's also clearing so that you can express exactly what it is that you need to express. It's making my throat go funny as I'm trying to talk. So the soul light energy is dissolving and pushing out any blocks to your own personal communication, to anywhere where you struggle to say what you really think or really feel or what you really want is dissolved away. Perhaps some bigger pieces of energy are pushed out. You may even see these as they leave your throat. Please know that they will be dissolved and taken care of. They won't be coming back. And so this solar light energy may feel or seem or look like a vortex in your throat now, spinning around in your throat, clearing out so that you hear effectively, so that you communicate and speak effectively yourself too. You may feel that you can breathe a little more easily now as your ears, nose and throat have been cleansed with this solar light energy. And so for a moment or two, just allow this energy to cleanse within your ears, nose and throat, and your throat chakra as it continues to balance off and clear and heal. And notice any impressions that you may receive as it continues to do this. Any thoughts or emotions that pop up, any words or any other sensations or colours. I'll leave you here for a moment and then I'll call you back when it's time. So this healing energy may continue for a few more hours or even days after the meditation, which is perfectly normal. You may have some detoxing symptoms over the next few days. You may have a little tickly cough or a sore throat or popping ears or even a runny nose, and that's perfectly normal. So if that happens for you, then just treat yourself really gently. Look after yourself in as natural and gentle a way as possible. And please know that it's just stuff that you don't need anymore. Leaving and detoxing from your energy field and from your physical body too. And so this energy of sodalite may have stopped working for now, or it may continue. But either way, we give thanks now for the sodalite energy. And we know that we can come back here at any time that we need to connect with the sodalite. And so we realize now that this sodalite energy is beginning to wane a little bit, and it begins to shrink back to our mind's eye. And so it shrinks up from our feet and shrinks up back over our legs, pulling its energy back into our mind's eye now. There may be little pockets of sodalite energy that get left behind wherever it's needed, but the majority is pulled back in, comes back up over our torso, from over our arms, and up from over our neck as well. And the energy begins to shrink back inside our head, inside our mind. All of the energy shrinks back to that crystal inside your mind's eye. And so allow that crystal to come back into focus in your mind's eye, or your intuition now. And just before we go, you have the chance to ask the sodalite crystal a question that you'd like to know the answer to. You may get an answer which makes sense for your question, which is wonderful. But keep an open mind, because what you receive may not seem to directly relate straight away to your inquiry, but it is the next step or the next piece of the puzzle that you need. And so if there's any question that you have now, then please ask the sodalite crystal and notice any impressions, words, colours, feelings, thoughts, anything at all that you receive. Make a mental note of those. And if you struggle with the question to ask, then you can simply ask, what is it that I need to most know right now? And wait to receive your answer. So any messages or impressions that you've received, try to remember them just long enough to write them down. When you come back around, if it feels as though you didn't receive an answer, then please know that you have everything that you need on a subconscious level, and the answers will present when you need them. So please trust whatever it is that you need to know will find you when you need to know it. And so we thank that sodalite crystal for allowing us to connect with its energy this evening, for any healing that we received, and for any wisdom that we have received too. And as we give thanks, we let that sodalite crystal go. We disconnect from its energy, and the vision of the crystal disappears from our mind's eye. And all we're left with is that blackness within our heads once more. And so bringing your awareness back to yourself now. You remember that you're taking part in a meditation online. And you become aware that you do in fact have a physical body. And so you bring your energy now back into full alignment with your physical body. You become aware of your arms and your legs, and of your fingers and your toes. And you can start to wiggle them and stretch them to bring your energy fully back into alignment with your body. Stretch and move your head if you need to. Bring your awareness to your chest now. The rise and fall as you breathe in and out connects you even more fully with yourself and your body now. And so if you need to, take some deeper breaths in to fully inflate your chest and bring your energy back into alignment with your physical body. So bring your energy back in. Fully connect with your body. Wiggle and stretch and move as much as you need to. Take as many deep breaths as you need as well. And only when you're ready, gently open your eyes. So I hope you're okay. Having a little bit of water or a drink now can help you to come back into your body. And now is the time to write anything down that you need to as well. My throat's still tickling. Okay. So hopefully you got some answers that you need to. Hopefully you're awake now as well. If you've got any questions about your meditation or you want to share anything, then please do let me know. You can ask over the audio or put it in the chat box. But hopefully you're just feeling calm and relaxed and you had a good experience in the meditation. I'm just going to leave things quiet for a minute and see if anybody's going to put anything in the chat box or anything like that. do get a little nervous that people are asleep at this point sometimes. I'm glad you liked it, Tracy. I hope it helped. Hopefully people got messages that they need to. Oh, good. People are finding this one relaxing. I found it relaxing. Sodalite is a very calming crystal as well. I think with those, I don't know if you can see those bits of white. It's got a really calming influence with those white bits as well. Let's have a look at these comments. Shirley asked a question. I felt like she got clarity on something that she already knew. Yeah, I do. Like a confirmation. That's good. It's good for validating your own intuition that way. Brilliant. Very soothing. Yeah, it was. It's very soothing. So hopefully you got everything you need from this one. You can listen as many times as you like to the meditation and come back. And each time you do a meditation like this, you'll get something different because you'll be in a different place. You'll be at a different part of your journey. Different healing will have been done. So you'll get something different every time. So that's why I offer the recording as well, so that you can come back whenever you need to. So that'll be out with you in a few days. Oh, the next one's going to be on the 28th of December. So I've put it there on purpose because it's a really nice lull period between Christmas and New Year. People don't really know what day it is, and they've got really, sometimes people can be a little bit lost for what to do. So the meditation can be quite a nice way of anchoring back into reality or something in some way, whatever kind of reality it is when you're in a meditation anyway. But it's just a nice way of reconnecting with yourself. So hopefully I'll see you at that one, or perhaps on the 21st of December for the Archangel Gabriel webinar. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I hope you have a really good sleep. Thank you for coming, even though it is a week later than it was supposed to. I do really appreciate your support in coming back. So I will see you at the next one. Bye. Thank you.